going on, Jerome's? So it's really unfortunate, the news about TJ Hockenson tearing his ACL and MCL in the game against the low-energy Detroit Lions, and hoping for the best, praying, sending well wishes and good energy towards TJ Hockenson as a pretty serious recovery, and an injury this late in the year could impact him during offseason and maybe even the start of 2024, potentially. But Hockenson has been fantastic ever since he came over in a trade last year at the deadline. And also, here's the thing, too. If Irv Smith doesn't have his own injury before the trade deadline last year, do the Vikings even trade for Hockenson? Who knows, man? But Hawk came in and hit the ground running with Kirk Cousins last year. He was phenomenal and really bought into the culture. And he's hashtag one of us, Iowa kid. So this is geographically suitable for his friends and family. And he got inked up long term this offseason to a deal which with incentives could make him the highest paid tight end in NFL history at 4 years, $66 million plus some perks. And at the time, a lot of people were poo-pooing on Hockenson, Vikings fans, and also the media, which was shocking too, because also I thought the media, Big J journalists, were supposed to be these paragons of virtue and objectivity, but they were giving Hockenson a lot of poop for having his hold in during training camp, just trying to get a long-term deal done. Doesn't look so stupid now, does it? Because the whole thing about it is that these players that put their bodies on the line, and all of them are one play away from their career being over. And, all those peak earning years potentially gone. And Hockenson, it's not like he didn't deserve his contract. He did. He proved this year that he is one of the best tight ends in the game. And also, I understand that we're spoiled with all of these players coming back from ACLs, lickety-split, 100%, no big deal, especially, like Adrian Peterson, who we'll get to in a second. But not all major injuries, especially ACLs, are the same. And Hockenson tore multiple ligaments, and there's a chance that this is career-altering. I mean, you've seen it. You look at guys like Jordy Nelson. You look at guys like Derrick frickin' Rose in the NBA. Sometimes these injuries... again, knocking down all the wood. Hopefully Hockenson is good to go, and his recovery is much more like Adrian Peterson than anyone else. But it's tough. I'm glad that he got the bag. Let's just say that. And Hockenson this year, I mean, he was fantastic. 127 targets, most in the NFL amongst tight ends. 95 catches, second amongst tight ends. 960 yards receiving, third amongst tight ends, and 48 first downs, which is second amongst tight ends. So, he's proved that he's one of the best tight ends in the game. He's top three, and he's probably not three. And, he with JJ being out for 7.5 games with that hamstring, I mean, he led the team in all major receiving categories, except for receiving touchdowns. Addison has him there. But Hockenson proved that he was in the middle of the field. He was a monster. And also, he did this with 4 different quarterbacks, which is also pretty insane. But career year all the way around. And in terms of the pantheon of Vikings tight ends, his 127 targets were second most in team history. Kyle Rudolph had a couple more in 2016. 95 catches were the most in team history for a tight end. 960 yards receiving, second in team history behind Joe Sensor's 2004 and 1981. And his five touchdowns. So this is interesting. So his 5 touchdowns were tied for 10th in terms of tight ends for single season. You know who's number 1? Visanthe Shenko. 11 in 2009, baby. That's right. That's right, man. But no matter how you cut it, Hockenson was fantastic. And just the knee injury is horrible. And, Dan Campbell biting kneecaps. Congratulations, Kirby Joseph, all that stuff. But December 24th, 2023 was when Hockenson had his knee injury. 12 years to the day when Adrian Peterson tore his ACL on that crappy field at FedEx Stadium, or FedEx Field, the crappy turf, ACL Arena, back in Washington. Back in the day. Hey, you know who Washington's quarterback was? No big deal. But Adrian, of course, defied all medical logic and came back for the 2012 season, ran for 2,000 yards, league MVP, and was fantastic. So I fully expect Hockenson to come back and be and rush for 2,000 yards in 2024, which would be pretty great. But again, sucks. I'm glad that Hockenson got taken care of, and also I think this could affect Justin Jefferson, because I don't think that JJ is going to go into next season absent a long-term deal, even though, yes, the Vikings have 2 years of control with him. I just don't see him inking up after seeing going out there absent a long-term deal, because he saw what happened to Hockenson, and also with his own injury issues in 2020 in 2023. So I again feel horrible for Hockenson, but glad he got paid and wishing him a speedy ass recovery, and hopefully it doesn't impact him for starting the 2024 season, and also hopefully he progresses back, and the Vikings are very good in terms of progressing guys back slow and saving them from themselves come back from injury. So Hockenson, he proved he's one of the best tight ends in the game, and he proved that he's relatively quarterback proof. He had some good games with Mullins and Dobbs as well. So yeah, just stinks, man. Just sucks. But Hockenson, get back, man. Prayers up. Good energy. Let's go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Recapping TJ Hockenson's career 2023 season. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.